Talk about something else that's happening, the Megathon. So that just happened this past Saturday, and but they're doing it's called the Stall Catchers Research Game. And when I was trying to explain to somebody else, they're saying, well, that sounds like not a crowdfunding source, but a research crowdsourcing game.
Bingo, that's exactly what it is. And it's very interesting. The Human Computation Institute put this together, and Pietro Melucci is heading that up, and he actually reached out to somebody who did this crowdsourcing with NASA, and they analyzed dust particles, and they got individuals to help with that. And the guy said, well, we get a lot of people that ask if this will be applicable for our research, and he's like, but in your situation it will, in many it's not. And so the game Stall Catchers can be played anytime, but they did a Megathon, and they were really hoping to be able to push research forward a year. We had some technical difficulties.
So you flew to Washington.
Yep, I flew to Washington.
And worked with Microsoft on this,
yep.
Right? Because they were going to be the big sponsor in helping.
Yep, they were one of the big sponsors. We went on their servers, and I was just a panelist.
Sure.
I didn't coordinate, so let me be clear on that. Pietro was really behind that, and then Assure at Microsoft to get on the right servers and things. But we had some glitches because we had so many people trying to participate, and so we had some crashes. They extended it. We got about 3.5 months worth of work done, which was really pretty good. Given the difficulties we had. But the game can be played anytime. You sign up, and there's no cost to it. And there's a little video that teaches you how to look for these stalls and capillaries, which are just kind of plugs. And they've done research at Cornell University, and they've given mice Alzheimer's, and they're able to reverse it. And what they've found is that most people with Alzheimer's have about 30% less blood flow in the brain, and their research is coming out the same on these mice. And so they might find a stall in a capillary of 2%. And so you and I would think, okay, well, I'm 90% good, right, or 98% good. I screwed up my math already. Mm-hmm. And what happens is that those two capillaries feed to other capillaries, and so it can be multiplied. And the common denominator is usually a 30% kind of blockage in there. So with the Megathon, they got over 2,500 research hours were put in. They did 3.5 months in research. They viewed almost 120,000 movies or slides, and they did that in a weekend. And so they figured they reached over 100,000 people social media-wise, just to at least elevate it. And they had 5 different continents, and I mean, it kind of goes on and on and on with what they found. But the biggest piece, I think, with it is to get the knowledge out that people can play this game. They can make a difference. They can get hope. There's some care partners that are actually doing this almost like a meditation. It blocks everything out, and they focus on that. They've had kids as young as 6, and they have people with dementia that can play, because if you or I make a mistake, it's okay, because we're not the only one evaluating a slide. Mm-hmm. And they kind of go with the group decision.
Analysis, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, because I went ahead, when you sent me the link, and we're going to make that available to folks for the Stall Catchers research. Because the Megathon is over, but the research continues, so the game continues, and so they train you online. So you have to kind of look at a couple of these examples, and so that also then trains you what to see.
Yep.
And so once you're in the habit of looking for what to see, as in the stall, and so it appears and it disappears. So it'll be fascinating, really, to see this continuing. Instead of not calling it research, calling it a game, and I think that really makes a big difference.
Yeah. Well, what they say is it takes the researchers 1 hour to capture the data, but it takes them 40 hours to evaluate it. So if we can help with that evaluation process, we can really push the research forward. And it's fascinating to me. It's just absolutely fascinating.